Hello. I can't get over the flip. It absolutely irritates my soul. So, I'm next to the window. There's the wind. Like it's so. I don't know why I can't not do. Like why do I have issues with this? I don't know. Okay. All right. We're gonna do the weekly tarot. So let's just go ahead and give you your little spiel. Friendly reminder, you're a sovereign being over your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. So my suggestion is never to Cinderella shit to make a fit, okay? Okay. I obviously do this so I don't have to upload. I've been working on 2 other uploads that are like love-related readings. I uploaded and it had some issues. So I'm going to go turn that light off so it's not so damn bright. I'll be right back. There we go. Alrighty. Here we go. Before I was coming on, I got a little bit of something in regards to. I think there's going to be a piece of career money-ish stuff. But I don't think that's the totality of it. So we might have a couple chunks of information coming through rather than just one solid message. There might be a couple of mini messages is what I want to say. Okay. So let's start off with, okay, that's what we'll do. We're going to start with Madame Endor's fortune telling deck, and then we will do Golden Universal. It wants to. This one wants to. We're going to wait because that was an entire book. Nothing really flipped out. Like, I mean, what flipped out was like half the fucking deck. So, I saw a key card. Let's see what actually came out. Sly and subtle approach is needed. A close friend is going to act on your behalf. Sly and subtle approach. The serpent. There's something about the serpent. I think it has more to do with flow. Well, I'll tell you what, if my hair don't get out my damn necklace. Sly. I don't think there's anything sly or subtle. It doesn't feel sly or subtle. I don't even feel like it needs to be. But it may be something that's not visible. When you have a close friend acting on your behalf, it's kind of like I'm getting a workaround. So like there's a workaround with something. Kind of like if you were to apply for somewhere, you wouldn't have to go through the normal process, like a workaround. I mean, that might be, there's nothing subtle about it. But the fluidity feels like the ease of something easily happening. Like just go with the flow is what I want to say. And I am going to work as soon as I get off of here to get that one uploaded. And if it acts a donkey again, oh well. Okay, my hair is starting to get my nerves. Something about somebody acting on your behalf makes something a lot easier. I just got the feeling like it's not in regards to work. I know I said there was like a piece or a chunk that was going to be work. It's like in a roundabout way. It feels like it has something to do with work. Like it might impact work, but it's not directly related. So it's not. So it wouldn't be like I'm going to put a good word in for you, but it's something that helps you with work. I don't fucking know. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at it here. Swear to God. Seven of Wands, Five of Cups. I think somebody's pretty worried about having to compromise themselves. Seven of Wands being like your understanding, extending your power, your truth, honoring that, honoring your boundaries. Five of Cups is like every time something like this has happened before, like it's all the things that have gone wrong or could go wrong. And it's kind of like, are you compromising yourself in some way? I want to say whoever acts on your behalf, it's not who you think it is. So like if you thought it's not them. And I don't know if you have issues with work where you're like, I don't want another position where I have to compromise myself, like where I just get railroaded and the entire experience is shitty, because my self worth and my boundaries get bulldozed every time I turn around. It's like it's a standing your ground kind of thing. And then we have the Page of Cups. I want to say there's something in it for you. I always say with the Page of Cups, it's like something. It's an invite. It's a peace offering. It's a little something, but that little something goes a long way because we have fish popping out. Again, I still don't feel work with it though. It's kind of like, let's say you get invited somewhere by somebody, you meet somebody where you're going, and then they introduce you to somebody, and it's like that little tiny invitation or offer or whatever it is didn't seem like it was going to be very much. It's a page, but it's at least in the realm of something that you desire. I would want to say, like, so it's not like a hell no to whatever it is, but it's something, and it turns into more. There's more to it than meets the eye. Emperor. There's a roundabout to getting a connection here. There's a round, like a long way. I don't feel like they said don't say long way. It's not a direct connection. It's a workaround. There's some kind of like something's going to happen where you get connected to somebody, to the emperor. Like a boss man or head honcho or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like the person that has the connections, the person you'd want to be connected to. So there's like a what is it, like 6 degrees of separation, only like this, maybe like 2 or 3. And we have the King of Cups and the Temperance. It honestly feels like, hey, Chow, uh, it's collective. It's a collective reading. This feels so like a very masculine energy. The whole reading is just very matter of fact. Like I'm waiting where I can get like excited and like personality comes through, and the energy is just like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, so fun. The King of Cups doesn't spill his cup. He doesn't pour it out. He's meticulous with it. He is very mindful of where he pours his energy and his time. We have the Temperance. Because I'm getting a little bit like this is something you wouldn't have to like overindulge in. You wouldn't have to uh like wear yourself thin. You wouldn't have to like your cup's not always going to be on empty, right? This isn't a situation where someone takes advantage of you. Um, and that's why I feel like the King of Cups might be Russian, but I feel like it's attached to the Emperor. Like always making sure that you're good, always making sure that you're in balance, showing you how to do it without doing it so making it so difficult. Like how to make it's like I want to say how to make money without feeling like you're working. You know what I mean? Where you're depleted. It's got all the elements that you could want. Okay, let's all right, hold on now. Tell me about the page. Son of a biscuit. I'm putting that back because I didn't get asked. Tell me about the page, mother. Tell me about the page cuts, please. I don't do zodiac signs, like ever. So I just do readings. This is a weekly reading, tapping into energy if there's something for you. So this is something material. The Page of Cups brings something material. What is it on initiation? Jesus, what you've been fucking waiting for. It's like a breakthrough. It's like I've been waiting for this shit. You have really been like, you've been standing your ground, trying to maintain. Unaware of a way out of something, unaware of the two cups behind you, and then this Page of Cups shows up, and there's more to it than meets the eye. It's something very material. Something material comes from it. A new path in life, and the Justice is like it's about damn time. Shit being put back into balance, which we see with the Temperance card, and the Sun. It's like a victory. It's a yes. So say yes to this. Is it an invite or what? Where is this coming from? I keep wanting to question a close friend. I gotta be honest with you. I don't think it's a close friend. I don't think it's anybody close to you. I think whoever acts on your behalf will end up becoming a close friend. I just be questioning all kinds of shit here. I fucking told you. Like I have said this a million damn times. We got the Strength card coming out with the Chariot. This is Leo. This person may be a Leo. We got 3 things that would indicate Leo, in my opinion. Okay, Leo season, which means it's happening. Like it's in the present moment. Leo season starts like Tuesday. Leo season. But this is kind of like I feel like saying. There's a saying. It's just a saying, guys. Don't get irritated. Hold your tits. We're about to take off, kind of thing. Like it's like hold on tight. We're about to do this. Like you got this. It's gonna. There's heavy energy behind it. I mean, really, everything is set up for it to happen. Why? I'm getting like chop, 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 chop. Like there's no cohesiveness, and it's coming to you. You're seen as the one that's deserving of this. You have the right energy. Is this a job offer? Because it doesn't feel like a job offer. I feel like you can get presented with an opportunity that will benefit you financially, but it's not quote unquote your typical job offer. So it's like they don't want to say a job offer. There's a roundabout way, like you kind of get to something without being very direct. So I guess that is sly a little bit, but there's this they just keep showing the fucking snake just slithering, getting into place. You know what I mean? It's not direct. It's like this. It's a roundabout way. Someone is going to act on your behalf. It's definitely something that you're not gonna have to like fight for or stand up for yourself against, or because 7 wands is kind of like I have to really kind of like stand my ground with something and make sure people don't bulldoze me, and like my boundaries aren't compromised. Blah 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 blah. Uh, you don't have to fight for your self respect. Um, and you may be in the 5 of Cups energy. I don't fucking know what to do. I haven't seen the 2 cups. I haven't seen the way out. I don't understand. It's a shit show, but also standing on business. You may feel like by standing on business and not compromising, and not being willing to work for places that would be like that to you, that you are some that's why things aren't going right. You're just like, okay. I can't help but think that there's going to be some kind of exchange though. So like, because I'm looking at the Page of Cups and I'm like, it's not a job. So obviously not your typical 9 to 5 within the box kind of a job, but finances are related to it. There is some level of an exchange. It is about you finally receiving, because we have the Justice card. Things are going to balance out in your favor. This is going to take a material new start. You can remain positive and optimistic about this. Things will align. So, whatever this is, it'll align just perfectly. It's not something where you have to think, oh my gosh, I would love this, but I can't. No, it's going to align just fine. And it's going to have no problem moving forward. Like, it is genuine, sincere. Like, you don't, this isn't like some bullshit. But I'm like, okay, so that's not the only sly and subtle thing, because I'm kind of like, it is and it isn't. It is a job and it's not a job. You're going to get money, but it's going to be like, but it's not quite like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Tell me about the, okay, this is, sorry. Tell me about the Emperor. We got the Star Tarot right now. Hey, Kelsey. Did you get my happy birthday for little man? I did a reading and I say happy birthday. Okay. Who's this fucking Emperor? I mean, this is no offense to whoever I'm channeling. Like, this is as bland as can be. This feels very. Well, we are done with the waiting period, the apathy. 4 of Cups is kind of like so we have the 4 and the 5 of Cups. And then it goes into, like, we have the Death card with it. So it's the end of the apathy and the beginning of, like, the proverbial cup that comes from the sky. Obviously, the Page of Cups brings the proverbial cup from the sky. So this is a messenger. But it's funny because they bring the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is not a fucking emperor. So it's like the Emperor, like somebody, again, I keep saying there's a roundabout. It's like 2 to 3 degrees of separation. You're not talking to the Emperor directly, but you do get connected to somebody or something. They're the ones that bring in some kind of an offer, right? And there's more than meets the eye to that. It definitely has money involved. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, what kind of shady shit if this ain't a job? But I feel like saying, I'm gonna tell you the kind of like they're trying to give me examples of it. It sounds so fantastical until you've been in a position like this and you're like, oh, okay. Well, that was weird. You know what I mean? Is what it feels like. That's not how I thought it was gonna happen. So like imagine fuck if I know, like a CEO and he needs a personal assistant. But so then he gets so and so, and it's kind of like I'm going to like I don't fucking know. It's really weird. Like you don't have any direct contact. Um, Come house sit for me. I'm gonna be gone for whatever amount of time, or blah 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 blah. Or like you go somewhere with your friend and they're like you're talking to somebody that they know, right? And they go, "Oh my gosh, so and so is looking for a house sitter," and you're just like, "Oh, I'll do it." Like it's one of those things where like, "Oh, I'll do it," and you fucking get paid. That's not a job, okay? Nobody would think that's a fucking job. That's some like but it kind of is because there's an exchange. Remember, like I was like, there's like an exchange or some shit. That's low hanging fruit, right? Like when you can't think of shit, you're like, how does this pan out? So the proverbial cup comes from sky. So it's into apathy and into being dissatisfied with your current status with whatever is happening. Five of Cups, you're obviously like, what the fuck? You don't know a way out of it, but you're trying to stand your ground. And Four of Cups, proverbial cup comes from the sky. It initiates a new beginning, a new material beginning. One where things begin to balance out, where I want to say all the things in the Five of Cups that you thought were going wrong get taken care of, right? Um, and this is something where it's like as long as you just say yes, then it's going to align. We got the Chariot card. It'll work out great. It's going to work out great. Okay. More about the Emperor. Oh my god. Emperor, and we have the Empress. Okay, so I feel like saying something like through 3 degrees because it doesn't feel like it's 6. It doesn't take that much. Um, but it's not a direct line. You get connected to the Emperor. Okay. And right now, you're sitting pretty as the Queen of Wands. You're that kind of energy. You're pulling something into you. You look magnetizing. Yeah, they're saying magnetizing. Um, but this does. She is the one that stands on business. I know my worth. I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to take something that is, so something about you not just taking any old job, you're not going to take any old route to address whatever concerns are are illustrated by the Five of Cups. You're just not going to do it. You're not compromising yourself again, they said. And so it makes sense that the Queen of Wands, because in her power, you see yourself as this. Emperor's going to see you as an empress. It's a little ass backwards because usually, like the Page of Cups is like something social or connecting or love, right? And then from that, there's something more with the fish popping out. But this feels like something money related leads its way back to. Okay. This emperor might try to, like, somebody might try to, is connected to you in a way that's unconventional. They connect to you, listen to me. They're going to connect to you in an unconventional way. It isn't going to be, they are directly messaging you, they are directly calling you. But I feel like there's people, go betweens, okay? There's a roundabout way. Either this motherfucker don't do that, or they're in a position where they can't do that, or like that, whatever it is, okay? But I feel like saying, like, you think you're the Queen of Wands and they're like, oh, no, 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 you're an empress, right? Like my brain, I swear to God, guys, I'm over here like, why does this sound so sugar daddy-ish? And I'm like, please stop. What the fuck? I'm like, I mean, if that's your thing, I, I'm just saying it's like, I'm looking for examples that are not that. But my brain still wants to go sugar daddy. Sugar daddy. And I'm like, what? Okay. Sacred clown, that's the fool card. If you take the risk, you might get the jewel. He has all these clamps down here, and one of them has a diamond in it. He's going to risk something for the diamond. I think you're the diamond. I'm just going to go out there. This is sounding so... You're not helping my situation, spirit. Sounding so like made in Manhattan or some shit. My brain can't help. It's not spirit saying it. My brain's like, oh my God. You know how like sometimes you get a message and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, and so I'm doing that right now. So pardon me. I'm just being honest. Oh, that's a lot. I'm not gonna do that. Because they have me having the Emperor sit all the way over here, way away from the Page of Cups. Somehow, I think he sends something out, and you get hooked via other people. Or maybe he fucking sees you, wants you, but he ain't the one that... You know what I mean? There's so many people that have assistants and this, that, and the other, and it's like, you know what I mean? Because of their positions and shit. And so they don't directly do anything. I heard with the public. Okay. Thank you. Well, there's an end to doing something alone and an end to an oppressive state. I mean, the Empress is abundant, and it's like, I don't know, you're a good fit for something. Because it's like, oh, that's perfect. She's perfect. They're perfect. The Empress is perfect. Exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed. Willing to take the risk. I have yet to feel love. I have yet to feel career. But that was the thing that I got before, was career. Or like work specifically. I mean, it's like elevating and taking some kind of burden off of you. Now I'm thinking, is he doing this intentionally? Because at first it felt like, oh, you're kind of like, oh, there's this person, then him, right? And it's like, but you know, is this intentional? I mean, King of Cups is very intentional. Remember, I said his cup doesn't have a leak. He doesn't spill all over the place. He's really discerning about where he pours into. And he has the capacity to change the situation. There's alchemy here. The Emperor has capacity to change a situation. All right, does the page come from the Emperor, or does the page come? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Fuck. Who? I don't even know what to ask. I'm confused. Please shed some. Thank you. Archangel Tarot. I think you're supposed to be confused. There's like this era of no one really knowing. Again, it's It's supposed to happen in a roundabout way. Hello. It's supposed to happen in a roundabout way. 9 of Pentacles. Enjoying life. I mean, that's what the Empress would fucking do, right? I think the Emperor likes your confidence, your power, your sense of self, your boundaries. I just keep wanting to put the Empress with this, like how you stand on business about something. It's like you're you, no matter the fuck what, and you are standing on business no matter what, no matter the cost. Even at even at the risk of losing out on some things, you've held true. There's something about recognizing that, seeing that, because Empress would, I mean, even the Queen of Wands, they all have a very similar energetic signature. The 9 of Pentacles feels the fucking same. Badass bitch on her own. Sometimes I think that I watch too many of those little, like when you're on TikTok or when you're on Instagram, and those stupid stories that come up, and it's like a post, but you watch it, and it's like the the rich alpha male something or other, you know what I mean? Where it's really, really fucking stupid, but you stay because you're like, is the acting gonna get any better? And then it ends up being like he got all the money and this is just gonna be for show. Like I don't know. It feels so slightly cliche right now, and they're not giving me words to make it sound even better. 9 of Pentacles, and I'm like, my brain is taking over. 2 of Swords, Queen of Wands again, motherfucker. I just heard bitch. I said what I said. I was like, Temperance again. I get this feeling that whatever you have, you might be, oh, I just heard, okay, we're going there. Somebody might be abstinent, celibate, whatever you want to call it. There's like a whole debate right now on social media of celibacy is only when you're for religion and shit, whatever. Who gives a shit? I don't know. You're standing on business no matter what it costs you, because you're not willing to compromise, get into any position that compromises you. I said that. They also just gave me something may come in the appearance of a job, but it's not a job. It's not work. Because, like I said, we have the Queen of Wands twice, the Empress, we have the 7 of Wands, which the 7 of Wands would absolutely, like that, that's one of the cornerstones of the Queen of Wands energy. And every queen thereafter, it is, I know myself, you got self-worth, self-love, self-respect. You have your fucking boundaries. You're standing on business. You're standing in your power. You know your truth, and you're exercising your actions accordingly to enforce all of that. Okay, you're enforcing all of that, and it may have led you in a position and place in life where you're pretty apathetic because, like, the 3 cups that are in front of you, what used to entice you, or maybe entices other people, it ain't nothing now. Have like the proverbial this hand, but it's got a heart coming out of it instead of the cup. You may be, I just keep seeing very singular, and I have the fucking 9 of Pentacles in my hand. Okay, very singular. Yeah, to a sort, you are badass bitch on her own who's in a stalemate. Two of Swords is a stalemate. That liminal space, the in between. Spending time alone, doing your own thing. This is kind of energy who I would rather work for myself than for somebody else. I'm not going to do that. This is also, I will stay single for the remainder of eternity until I get exactly what I deserve. It is just, it's all of it. On this one, it says perfect timing. The Temperance card talks about perfect timing. You're waiting for, so that's what you're doing. You're waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the right opportunity. You're waiting for the right. You definitely assert your independence. But right now you're doing it at the expense of, like, you're like, I don't care what I have to give up. There's things that have not gone right. I feel like if I'm doing this, like, you know how like sometimes we go, well, I've healed and I've done this and I've done that. How come this hasn't happened yet for me? Why does my life still look like a shit show? And it's like you're there's a need for balance and moderation and some kind of, like, this needs to be taken out. Like, I just feel like your life shouldn't look like this. You shouldn't be constantly looking at the cups that have been spilled. Because incidentally, in the Four of Cups, there's three cups, and you're dissatisfied with it. Five of Cups, there's three cups. You're decided that's your current state of affairs, your current connections, your current community, your current endeavors. Like, there's nothing that really brings you, you know. And so I'm kind of like, and so here you are, badass bitch, sitting in the liminal space when you really should be fucking elevated. Like, you got no business being where you're at. I think you know that too. You've got no business being where you're at. And this motherfucker says, I'm gonna elevate you to the Empress status. We're both taking a risk here. Full card. There's a new start. You're a diamond. Similar to the bear claws. Like, these are bear traps right here, you know? And it's like, I want to remove the difficulty in your life. I'm sorry, guys. It's still sounding like Made in Manhattan. And I'm like, There was this dude I saw online who was like, I just want my wife to work for me. And I'm not a trad wife kind of person. Okay. And by the looks of it, you're not willing to compromise your independence, your spark, your self-respect, your self-worth. So like the idea of putting yourself in a position where you lack control in your life, you won't fucking do. Why is the emperor directly not contacting you? What should bridge the gap? Bridge the fucking gap here, because you are not letting the fucking emperor get remotely close to the damn page. Bridge the gap, please. This person has money. Okay, this person has influence, has a good position. We'll just say that is in a good position in life. I'm sure that's what most people see. This is the King of Cups. This motherfucker is like, is just looking to pour their cup. This is turning into a fucking love reading. I swear to God, before I got on, it really felt like somebody was asking about work, like work, money, work. And I think spirit's like, hey, we're gonna, that your issue is gonna be addressed in a roundabout way, okay? And they're not directly fucking telling you, because I mean, you're the Queen of Wands, you're full of fire. I'll be damned if you know what I mean, like, so you're gonna get put into position or place and connected with somebody that's of a certain position that can then elevate you, but spirit can't tell you that because you would go the fuck off. Or you might be resistant. So they're being really tiptoey about how they mention it. And or maybe it's love. Maybe you because I happened to mention you ain't in a long time, and like they're like, don't call it love. It's a financial opportunity. And shit fire if spirit would ever say, hey, you're gonna have a financial improvement through love. Whoever I made for, you'd be like, fuck that shit. We have Knight of Pentacles. This is an offer. Okay, so it is. The idea is because, yeah, so it's just that, I mean, it does mean love and money. Like I told you, like fish always indicates abundance of some sort. Um, a lot of times, Page of Cups is love. And when I'm telling you right now, this feels like they didn't want me. It's not love. It's not work. It's not. I'm like, what the fuck is it? It's an answer to money. This is integrity. Everybody likes to think that this is somehow slow moving, and I'm like, okay, sometimes to approach something correct and right, that might be the pace, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, in my opinion. Um, it's about integrity when words, actions, and energy all match. There's a sense of loyalty, trustworthiness, honesty, um, and that's what's bridging. There's something on offer. All right. Is there going to be anything direct happening here? There's going to be something on offer that you get to kind of like contemplate and choose. Like you're going to kind of weigh it up and down. Again, motherfucker, he ain't coming through like love. He comes through as the emperor first. Then someone sees this. So this isn't like a ooh baby baby. So and so wants to meet you somewhere. He says, go to this store and buy it. Like he ain't fucking doing all that shit. Okay. It's like a sly way to contact you. Or to get close to you, or to yeah, it's something to get you closer to him. We have the four swords. So something is going to be on offer. It's not going to sound like a love offer. It's an invitation of some sort, because it's like trips, day trips, getting away, vacations, things like that. And then we have the star, and the star is leading you down the path, right? That is spirit leading you. Like, so there's whatever this, and it's all under the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever is there, it's legitimate, it's sincere, it's integral, and it's kind of like leaving the choice up to you. But I don't feel like the choice that's presented to you is one of love or work necessarily. But with the star card, it gets you where you need to go. This is I'm putting this one back. And I'm going to pull like Lenormand or Kipper. Which one are we doing? I said no. Kipper it is. So, Emperors, you're going to get some kind of invite. There's going to be more to it, obviously, because the Emperor has other intentions. But it's not going to come directly from